we love hunting some cans, and I'm up to the plate first. South end we go. What are you grinning at?
It's my turn now.
We've got some big deer on camera. A buck we call Squiggy and a deer we call Muley. That's him, that's him. That's Muley.
We might live in Oklahoma, but we love some Kansas.
In fact, we love it so much, we went ahead and leased our own farm up there. This will be our 3rd year hunting our own little private piece of paradise in central Kansas. And we have let a lot of deer walk over the last several years. This year though, they all seem to turn into big shooter mature bucks all at the same time.
We got 5. What we would consider shooters is 5.5 or older. These 5 just also happen to have big old horns. Well, we both got tags, both seasons in full swing, and I'm up to the plate first. I always like to know when I get to camp that, my bow's still shooting the way God intended it to shoot. And since it is, I'm gonna go screw on the brand new Ram Cats, get in the woods, go kill something. Walk into the stand. I got LL Cool J back here with me, my cameraman.
I see him coming from my house.
He's too cool for school. I should have brought my Ray bands. The inaugural, the first sit in a new set. We just hung this, and this is the first time we're sitting there. Last year we sat in slow cut, which you can see straight through here, and we saw a lot of travel right here. This is where we saw a deer we call Patches because he had a big rubbed back, big mature 9-pointer, and then 100 other deer just coming through this cut right here. So we came in, cleared it out. Either be a genius or an idiot. If it works, it's all my idea. If it's a stupid idea and it doesn't work, it's Dave's idea. Just so you know, it's a team thing. We each play a role. See, he knows. Everybody needs a fall guy.
I hope it's a terrible idea.
I'll wear the blame squarely on my shoulders.
It was I told you it was your fault.
I knew it would be.
Team thing.
So the next couple of days are just gonna continue to be these warm south winds with really not much open deer movement, but it's Kansas, and you can't kill one sitting on a couch.
But you might kill one if you're sitting in a blind.
Well, had we not seen the one buck, we'd have seen nothing. That was a pretty uneventful morning. Maybe we'd have seen it. Back in the blind for round 2.
All of our deer have been moving to an alfalfa field, east of us. A lot of rain last night. The field right behind us is a big wheat field, and with all this rain, our hope is because that wheat was planted so much later that the fields are just nasty, muddy, and the deer are going to want to skirt the edge of that wheat field, which should push them around to the south of us. But you know what they say, hope in one hand, crap in the other, and see which one fills up faster. I hope this one fills up faster.
I mean, I like watching deer, but I'd really like to watch a big one bleed.
Well, at least the rain came in with a cold front and a north wind to cool it down and should make the deer move better. Well, a change in weather conditions means a change in location, hopefully a change in our luck.
This afternoon, the wind's switching from the south around to the north. So we're gonna switch locations. Go to the south end of our farm, a place we call Party Shack. This timber runs way down there. We got a blind set up and a ladder stand. It kind of depends on if this rain's gonna hang around, which one we get in. But so that's where we're gonna get this evening. South end we go. Party Shack.
There's a buck right here. I just can't tell what it is. That little guy wouldn't know what to do with her if he caught her.
It has been a busy evening. We have seen a ton of small bucks, does, squirrels, rabbits, eagles, all kinds of stuff coming by the blind, except for one of the big 5 shooters we're looking for. Right at dark though, just doing what big deer do, I zoomed down through the woods and boom, there is Brutus, one of the 5.
That's the big 8.
Finally, we got one of our top 5 coming in, but wouldn't you know it, he stays outside of shooting range until we're way out of camera light before he walks right in front of us. Way my luck seems to be going. What are you grinning at?
It's my turn now.
We haven't even made it to the stand yet. The patience game has already started. Oh boy, now we can go hunting. First morning. Last week Tim was up, he drew the straw, and we had a lot of deer on camera, but they were moving at night a lot and didn't get a crack at one. We saw one big buck, just ran out of camera light on the big camera here. But this week, I'm up to bat first. Good Lord willing, maybe I'll get a crack at a deer this week pretty early in the week, and then Tim will get back out front. We got rattling horns, we got grunt calls and can calls and snort wheezers, and we got everything to throw at them. So we got all our bases covered. We just need the deer to do the right thing. This is the most important thing. That's not true. The broadheads are pretty important. Nice deer. See him? Can you see him? Okay. It's another buck. Same path, a small buck.
So between those 2 bucks and all the does that came through later, how do you see more deer in your first sit than in my first 2 days combined?
Well, that's simple, Tim. I've got
Yeah?
it figured out. That's how.
Oh yeah? How's you got it figured out?
I got a plan. And I'm sticking to it.
What's the rest of the plan look like?
Like the best one ever.
First time sitting in this particular blind, so we're kind of excited because this blind, we set it up a few weeks ago, and we set it up for a north to northwest wind. We've got some big deer on camera. I'm looking for one of 2. Really hoping on one. Would be really happy with either a buck we call Squiggy, mainframe 10 with a drop right here, and a deer we call Muley. He's got real widespread, just a horse of a deer, a bunch of forks, and a drop. We'll be hunting this most of the time when it's a north wind.
Keep y'all up to date here. We are just moving and shaking like everybody else, okay? We've been hunting a northwest wind for the last few days, but tonight we've got one afternoon of southwest winds. So we had to make a move anyway. Well, best thing we can do tonight is get a little education. We decided to come in here and pop this blind up on this grass dike that sits out in the middle of this alfalfa field. But what we're hoping is if we can't get a shot at him, at least be able to see what he's doing, you know, if we're lucky. It's just playing the game.
See? Talk about not ready. We just closed the door on the blind. I didn't even mind my release out of my backpack. Put on my binos, look out the window. Here comes one. Right there's another deer. It's a doe. It's a small deer. So this experimental spot we're sitting in, so far, the experiment's been a success. Just climbed in the dang blind, put out the decoy. I don't know why he turned around so quick like that. Something he didn't like, you know, sitting in a blind, a new blind in a wide open like this. Some deer are gonna be okay with it, some are not.
We should probably finish getting ready.
We should probably get ready. Crossing the turn. That's a buck we call Lazy Boy because I showed a friend of ours a picture of him and he said it looks like a sofa with horns. Deer's huge body. So we call him Lazy Boy, but he's got a row of tines. And we have not seen that deer on the hoof. It's pretty neat, pretty neat. It's good to see these deer on their feet finally in shooting hours.
I've got a plan, and we're sticking to it, except for tonight.
So now what?
I said the plan is to kill the biggest buck ever killed on this show.
Oh my gracious.
Keep up with IOTV on social media for all their latest news, tips, and giveaways.
We might live in Kansas, but we love some Kansas. Wait, it's gotta be your bull.
And this will be our third year hunting our little own private piece of paradise and part of the own little private piece of paradise in central part of the state. Golly day, almost had